So I think that hive I murdered. They said it was easy. Now let's start out by, they're dead. I have 2 hives that made it. I had more hives before it got 80 around here in Minnesota. Well, 90 actually. It got up in the 90s, and then unfortunately it got back down brutally cold in the 20s and teens, and then it snowed. And what I'm finding is I fed them, I open fed all the bees on those days that was hot. What I'm finding right now is it wasn't enough. I mean, this is about most of the food I found so far, but it's also one of the only hives I've gotten into yet. There's some liquid in here, but it's like they just, I don't know. This is the end frame. It's a bummer. It's hard. You put a lot of time and work into these bees, and then something like this happens, and you can't explain it. Like, I can say it's starvation. I can say it's mites. I can go through and tell you all the mite treatment I did, the 3 I did last year, and it doesn't matter. There's still people going to say I didn't do good enough, I didn't insulate them, I didn't do whatever. But I can tell you one thing, you beekeep 5 miles that way or 5 miles that way, your weather can be completely different than what mine is. And it sucks. So I'm going to clean all these up, lick my wounds basically. And then I'm going to go on those other 2 hives. We're going to see how strong they are. I have fondant, I have sugar, I have pollen patties. They should have pollen patty left. But I'm going to go into them. It's going to be nice for the next couple of days. And then it's going to go to cold again and rainy and snow, they're saying again. So until then though, it's going to be in the 50s. So I'm just going to have to really focus on those 2 hives and see what I can do this year with 2 hives. It's just, man, it's like, you want to get into beekeeping, you do it. Like, I'm telling you, do it. It's a frustration, it's hard, but do it because it's a learning experience. And what I'm learning so far, you take 4 steps forward and you take 6 back. Like, look at this one, even had brood in it. And I know the other thing people are going to tell me is, at least you have all this drawn comb. Well, what I have to say to that is, it's been years of my failures in testing that I have a lot of drawn comb. Drawn comb, in my part, is the easy part of beekeeping. The hard part is keeping them alive through our winters. And I know some people are going to say, Matt, you should get a bee barn. Well, I'm not going to go buy a $8,000 shed to put a couple of hives in every year and insulate it and put all that. I mean, you're talking damn near 15 grand probably to get all the stuff, equipment to do it. I'm not going to do that. It's not logical in my eyes. Now, if I was a bigger operation, which I want to get to, but to get to there, I need to figure this out first. Bees can survive in the wild. Why can't I keep them to survive in this box? Even the insulated box. I'm on my 2nd hive here. And what I noticed was, I'll show you, I scraped it off before I thought of it, but all my entrances, I keep them like this all winter long, okay? Now, I found the top entrance, I close it off. So if I have an inner cover like this, and it's got a notch here, if I left it like this, the bees will propolize, however you want to say it. So what I noticed is I put that fondant on here and it seals this off, then they can't get up here and they won't do nothing up here. So I don't do any top entrances or holes. I wanted to show this. So I have this in there. Look at this. They propolized this and it was all the way to right there. So that's showing me that this one should be suffice, and I should switch those. So like that's what I get out of this by inspecting these is, okay, so now I know this winter I'm going to turn these so it's the little hole and let them be that way, because if they're closing this off, that means they're getting too much air. And then I am finding in this honey super that was on top, there's plenty of capped honey in here. This is just the edge of one, but I'm finding them, you know, dead in the cell on the empty ones. So I don't know, my guess is like this hive was doing fine coming in out bringing the open feed, or this open feed I had sent out, bringing in nectar, the 1-to-1, and then what happened was it got too cold and they ain't getting the cluster, because they're spread out in this hive like all over. Losing 1 or 2, you know, you expect it every year, but that's dang near 90% of your hits you where it hurts. And this is like where you get into your own head and you think, man, do I really need to be doing this? If I'm just killing them all the time, why put so much effort into these bees? And then it makes me think, like, I can raise chickens no problem, and our pigs no problem. I can run our business no problem, and we're profitable with that. I can't, for some reason, I'm getting my butt kicked with these little bugs. And the other thing is the attachment. I like them so much, and it stinks. I started out doing this bee journey and I always wanted 100 hives, but I gave myself 5 years. And I don't know. Right now I don't see no 100 hives in my future. I know this is a big no-no, but I wanted to prove I couldn't take all these off before it got too cold. So cleaning out that hive there, that one's packed full of honey. It's heavy, like I could spin that. This is the inner cover, so there's no mold. That's all inner covers have been so far, has been very clean. Fondant, which they didn't even touch. Most of the mistakes are mine, you know, obviously. Human error. Humans kill bees more than bees kill themselves. Now, to this one, doing a lot of thinking and figuring out, I took the lid off of here, put fondant on, and then I took these off, put this back on. I think I killed those bees, wherever that hive is. That's over there. I think I killed them because there's vents right here, and all these bees were stuck up in here trying to block this air off. So I think that hive I murdered. And this is what's crazy to me. Look at this. Full frame of honey. This isn't the only one. This is the second one. Here's the third one. I can see it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's go into the hives, the 2 I have, and let's see what they look like. So they still have quite a bit of fondant left. Ant up here. So I put this pollen patty on in February. You guys can't see this. I'm gonna grab the camera. This is all capped yet. They didn't even use it. Ooh, you're not gonna like this, hey? But this is all capped still. So let's go down and see what it's like down here. This is where they're gonna start getting mad now. Oh wow. Okay. let's say it's doing good. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of brood in here, so I don't have to worry about this hive. I'm going to close them back up. I don't want to open it. Open them all the way up. So we're going to close them back up and let them be. I probably should clean these off so they don't stick anymore. Alright, this one's doing good. We're definitely gonna get some honey after this one this year. I still have plenty of fondant. Oh wow. You can see these strips is what I mainly wanted to take off, because I had these on, that cold snap came and I never had a chance to take them off. Well, this hive looks really strong. They used their pollen patty all up. It's gone. So what I would like to do, I'm going to take out a center frame to see if the queen is laying up here, because she is. She's going to be in the middle generally, because this is where the cluster was. And if she's not, I want to pick this up, and I want to see how much food they have, and I'll pick this up if I have to and look at the lower box to see where she's laying. Yep, so she got brood up here. They need food. So I need to put some sugar syrup on them. You know, they're out flying and everything, but they're not stinging me. And that other hive was super calm. And this girl here, I believe, is 3 years old. This queen. And that other one, I believe, was a California queen. I'm going to put this back together and I'm going to get sugar water on her. And another pollen patty. All I need to do now is I have a couple of things I have to bring in the house, wash up, get sugar syrup mixed up, and this evening I'm going to put that on them. And I'm going to put a pollen patty on them. Now, I think I'm going to do sugar syrup on this hive also, just to help them, because with this cold snap coming that we have another one around of, and they're saying it was 4 days, well, 3 days of rain and 1 day of snow. So I'm going to get these kind of wrapped up and ready for that. And I've noticed our apple trees are just starting to like open up the buds. So hopefully it doesn't freeze, but they're saying it's supposed to get down to 30 a couple nights, so that's never good. So we'll have to wait and see. But I feel like the last 3 years our apple buds have always froze and we still got apples. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. At least I have 2 highs. I guess I'm excited for that, but kick to the shorts, I'll tell you that. Glad you guys see me again.